Hello. Today I have come out to this reservoir to come and enjoy the autumnal colours in the trees out here. I think it's really nice. These colours mixed in with the blue of the sky and the blue of the lake looks rather nice. And today I'm here to talk with you about the Trecena of Kame. So, Kame, the Nawal of transformation, the Nawal of death, the Nawal of facing our fears and facing our challenges. And here we could think of this as 13 days of transformation. We could think of this as 13 days of facing our fears. And, it's here, yes, maybe to test us, but it's also here to show us that we are strong enough. Kind of like we've picked up that strength through the Trecena of Q'ij, through the Trecena of Arpu, through the Trecena of Ach. Now we're ready to face our fears. Now we're ready to, face the underworld lords of Kame, as it were, and be able to say, yep, that's okay. I got this now. Okay. So we're going to begin the Trecena of Kame with the day 1 Kame. Kame, as I said, representing transformation, representing death, representing facing our fears. And here we have it with the number 1. The number 1, of course, representing beginnings. So we could see it as the beginning of the trials. We could see it as the beginning of the transformation. We could also see it as the potential to transform. So that potential, I think there is part of that that also needs, let's say, our willingness to transform. There's part of that that needs our desire to face our fears. And so, we got this little seed. Are we going to water it? Are we going to allow it to develop? Are we going to allow ourselves to transform? And so it may be a day on which new fears might come up, but it may be also a day, kind of like to reflect, hey, we've been put in this position right at this time in order to go through this transformative process. So let's get on with it. Okay. And so it's a good day, kind of like if Kame can represent the ancestors, it may well also represent the potential that we can have to overcome our fears when we connect with our ancestors. From 1 Kame, we then move to 2 Q'ij. So Q'ij, the Nawal of the wilderness. Q'ij, the Nawal of the mountain place, of the tree place. Now, of course, I always talk about Q'ij being a good day to get out in the woods, to get out into nature and to find your strength in that. And of course, in this time of questing, this time of facing our fears, of course, we're going to need the strength that comes to us from the wilderness. The number 2, I see very much as this binary action, right? It's a 1 or a 0. It's a yes, we can, or it's a no, we can't. And, the thing that comes up to me is kind of like, right, okay, if we're looking for our strength on this Q'ij day, it's kind of like, do you want to find it or do you not want to find it? If we go out and find it, are we ready to transform? We're looking at it, we're given a choice. Do we want to take this strength to help us to transform or not? And so we may well find that in the wilderness. We may well find that in the tree place, in the mountain place. It may be what turns us from a 0 to a 1, as it were, with regards to our ability to transform, to face our fears. I think there's also something in the Q'ij energy with regards to leadership, that strength of leadership. And here it's again saying, have we got that ability or not? Are we going to embrace it or not? From 2 Q'ij, we then move to 3 Anil. So we have Anil representing maturity, representing the goldenness, representing coming to abundance. And, kind of like, where are we looking for this? Well, with the number 3, we got to look inside for it. And so again, it kind of like might be kind of like digging into the maturity that we carry after, following the calendar, after our ceremonies or whatever it is, whatever practices we've been through. We might feel that we're not ready to face a certain fear. We might feel that we're not prepared enough. And this is saying, well, don't look for external factors to confirm that. Look inside at your own maturity, how far you've come, how much you've matured, how much you've developed. Maybe, sometimes we tried something earlier on in our lives, something we feared, we went up against it, maybe we felt like we failed. But how far have we come with our practice since then? How much have we matured since then? But where are we going to find it? Not necessarily in outside tokens of, confirmation for our maturity. It's all about what's going on inside. So on the day 3 Anil, it's a great day to reflect, to take some time to look inwards, to find that maturity, to find what you need, that prosperity that you might need in order to overcome the challenge. From 3 Anil, we then move into 4 Toch. So we have Toch, the Nawal of payment, the Nawal of offering, the Nawal of sacrifice. And here, combined with the number 4, the representation of the physical plane of existence. And, this very much sort of points to making some kind of like material offering, making some kind of material payment. And as usual, with the video, there'll be a list of places where, I think that it would be a good place to put a donation should you wish to, and help support the people around the lake and, the culture. Now, we can also see that for Toch, it's a good day to get our hands dirty, isn't it? It's kind of like if the local roads are looking a little bit untidy, why don't we go and do something about it? If there's somewhere where we know that we can make a difference through our service, through putting our energy into it, let's go out and do it. So 4 Toch is a great day for those physical acts of service. We go and actually kind of like, as the phrase goes, put our money where our mouth is, as it were, and go and make a difference through our physical application of our energy. From 4 Toch, we then move to 5 Tzi. And so we have Tzi, the Nawal of faith and loyalty and justice and law, combined with the number 5, representing the one hand that we put our work into things. And so, I always say about the 5, it's a day when it's going to take some effort, right? It's not going to just drop into our lap. We're actually going to have to go and use our energy. And what are we going to have to use our energy for? Well, in this Trecena of transformation, it may well be that we have to put our energy into our faith. We've got to have faith that we can do it. It's kind of like one of those things. If we start from the point of view of like, well, I tried before and I failed or something like that, then chances are we're probably not going to get too far. Here, 5Z says, if we put our energy in, we will find our faith. Okay, so that's one aspect of it. Now we can also see, we could see it with regards to justice. Finding the, putting our energy into justice. We could see it as loyalty, and we can see it as unconditional love, and that's a wonderful place to be putting our energy as well. From 5Z, we then move into 6 Bats. So, so far this Trecena has had quite a lot of days where it sort of seems like quite a lot of hard work to get through this, transformative Trecena. Well, what were we expecting? It's about transformation for, facing our fears. So there's that part of it. But here we come to 6 Bats, and so Bats in a while of creativity. And here with the number 6, this number of ultimate stability, this number that draws on heaven and earth and brings it into the physical plane. And so it's a great day to be working on whatever we are creating, on mastering the art that we have chosen. Because it feels like, we're there to receive from the, the upper world, the underworld, and to manifest that creativity into the physical realm. So again, if you want to get creative with things, 6 Bats is a wonderful day for it. If you want to, if you've got some kind of creative project, 6 Bats is a wonderful day to be working on. It's very balanced. We can also see it as that creativity linked with the number of family. And so, getting creative with your family may also be a very good topic for the day 6 Bats. From 6 Bats, we then come to 7 Ech. So 7 Ech is a day which I've said quite a lot about before. I see seven, or seven can be seen as endings. Okay, and of course, is the road. And so the end of the road is a very easy way of, kind of like, putting the day seven into a very succinct term. And of course, kind of like all journeys end, and then they begin again, or a new one begins. And this really came to me standing on top of one of the pyramids at El Mirador one time. And you're standing on top, you're looking out over the forest, and you're seeing in the distance El Tintal, Nakbay, and on a really clear day, you might even see Calakmul from there. And these are all possible destinations. These are other sites that we might go to. And so, for me, yes, it is about the end of the road, but it's also about choosing the new road that we're going to move onto, because we're going through a transformative Trecena. So of course it's going to bring the end of one thing, but from that place it's like, right, okay, now what am I going to be choosing? So kind of like we might expect one journey of whatever kind it might be to end, and another journey to begin. We might be looking for where our next journey might go, because the next time we'll see come around will be one which will be the new path. So it's kind of like between 7 and 1 we have 20 days of choosing our new path, right? So one journey comes to an end, a new one begins. From 7 we then move into 8 So we have the Nawal of leadership, the Nawal of the home, the Nawal of the cornstalk, the Nawal of the staff of office, the Nawal of the spinal column, helping us to stand up for what is right. Very much about working within our home, working with our community in order to bring harmony. Okay, and so that requires us to stand up straight, because sometimes we need to bring authority and sometimes we need to bring love. And of course, true leadership is the complete blend of love and authority. We need the authority to make the changes, and we need the love to guide the authority. Now, that I see as the wholeness. It's the perfection, the perfect balance of all elements of the perfect balance of all the elements that are going to work in the right way to bring harmony to our home, to our family, to our community. Is a wonderful day to be making ceremony on behalf of our leaders, to ask them to actually stand up straight, to actually tell the truth, to actually make a difference for the harmony of society. From 8 we then move to 9 Ish. So Ish, the Nawal of the feminine, the Nawal of Mother Earth, the spirit of Mother Earth, combined with the number 9, the number of the feminine, the number of life. And so this is a great day to be making our offerings, showing our gratitude to Mother Earth for our life in whatever way that might be. Ish is a great day to be working with the altars. Ish is a great day to be working with the shrines. It's obviously a good day for ceremony as well. And, they say, like with Ish, this ability to show our gratitude is a really, really important thing. That's what keeps the magic flowing. We can also see Ish as representing magic, representing the sacred, and here with the number 9 representing life. So it's the sacred parts of life. We can understand that it's representing our sacred connection with the life that comes from Mother Earth. From 9 Ish, we then move into 10 Zikin. So we have Zikin, the Nawal of the visionary, the Nawal of prosperity, combined with the number 10, representing this, representing society, representing community. And so here is a good day to be sharing our vision with our community. It's a great day to be looking at how we can make our society prosperous. And when I say prosperous, I mean that we're all going to thrive. We all have to thrive within that community. We all have to thrive, including the natural world, because if we don't look after the natural world, then nothing thrives. Okay, so it's sharing our vision with our community. It's sharing our vision for community, understanding how our vision can help to cooperate, can help to give a hand up. Sometimes it might be that the vision of others within our community can help us to have a hand up as well. But if we keep our visions to ourselves, then we can't join up, we can't kind of create community. So it's a great day to be sharing your vision with your community. From 10 Tzikin, we then move into 11 Achmach. So we have Achmach, the Nawal of forgiveness, combined with the number 11, representing the inspiration that comes from many different places. And so there may be many aspects to that forgiveness. It might be, kind of like looking around. Okay, we need to work on that. 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 And it might be that just when, we think we've got one covered, another one pops up. And so we might find a lot of these, say, challenges to our forgiveness coming to us from many angles on that 11 Achmach day. But of course, this is how we get creative. This is how we understand. The 11 is going to create things in a new way. And so maybe we're going to have to dig deep for the forgiveness on that day. But it's definitely a day to, let's say, kind of like take a deep breath, let it go. From 11 Achmach, we then move into 12 Noach. So we have Noach, the Nawal of the mind, the Nawal of knowledge and of information. Noach, the problem solver. And how are we getting through this transformative Trecena? We got to solve the problems that come across in front of us, right? And how are we going to solve them? Well, the number 12 suggests to me it's about gathering together of all of our life experiences. It's about bringing all of these things together. So it's a day to reflect on the experiences that we've had in life and use them to guide our decisions, because we can see Noch as representing our decision-making process. So we might look back on this information, on that information, on all of these pieces of information, all of this knowledge that we've picked up from the past, in order to guide our decision-making process to come up with the correct solution. Okay? And then finally, we're going to end this Trecena on the day 13 Tijax. So we have Tijax representing the obsidian blade, Tijax representing the healer and the warrior. It could be a great day of spiritual healing. It could be a great day of healing of the spirit. It can also be a day on which forth to bring forward your spiritual warrior. This is the transformation. This is the end of that transformation period. And who steps forwards? Having gone through all the challenges, having gone through all the trials, the spiritual warrior. And so, we could see this as the ultimate destination from the Kame Trecena. We can also see, I would also say, this is something allowing our obsidian blade to be guided by spirit, allowing our obsidian blade to be guided by the ancestors. And perhaps also, really make sure that we've engaged with spirit before we make a cut, as it were. Because, that day, that 13 day can be very strong in both ways. And we want to be very, very careful when we're working with that obsidian blade, because it's incredibly sharp. And, if we're going to make a cut, make sure that we're truly aligned with spirit before we do so. Okay, so that's the 13 days of the Kame Trecena. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in 13 days' time for the Trecena of Kawok. Thank you.